A few months ago, I made a bandsaw box. I made a bandsaw box specifically because I was launching a new product. But let's build the box first before we get into that. This is the new product that necessitated the build of a bandsaw box. This is the blade square. It attaches magnetically to even thin bandsaw blades, and that gives you a platform that a digital angle gauge can be used to true up the table. Now here you're seeing me use the ultra precise, accurate to 1/100th of a degree angle gauge that I only talked about in my first video. When I'm using this one, I find it better just to put it on the platform, remember exactly what it says, the reading that I get with it on the platform. I don't zero it. I just put it on the table and match to that exact number. Credit to Katz Moses for figuring out that this is a slightly less fussy technique, and definitely with this super accurate one, zeroing it can be annoying. It's just better to do it this way. Anyway, let's keep building. Okay, this is why I thought that a bandsaw box would make an excellent example of why you would want your table to be exactly 90 degrees to the blade. Check out how even the spacing on that offcut is. That thin part in the middle was made with the cut direction going two different ways, so if it was just a little bit off, it would show up. This is going to mean that the bandsaw box interior is exactly 90 degrees. Those drawers are going to slide well. There's going to be just less sanding. I even went to the point of avoiding sanding, much sanding on the outside, and I just left the kerf marks of the blade as a feature of the finished product, which I've talked about elsewhere as a feature that I really like and think is cool. Anyway, let's keep building. This project was also good for showing that the blade square isn't just a set at 90 degrees tool. It can be used to set to any angle that you want. For example, I can measure the internal angle on the bandsaw box that I just rough drew and then rough cut. It's a silly accident that it was so close to 10 degrees. And I can set my table to that exact angle. In this case, I'm even being picky about it being exactly 9.9. Probably not important for this application, but it could be for others. Anyway, after I do that, I can cut the base relief angle to match the angle of the drawer's tilt, which I thought was kind of cool. All right, let's finish this thing up. These are going to be the drawer pulls. I laid them out with just a line tangent to the drill hole, a arc with a large washer, and a half circle with the head of a screw. I think these are going to turn out good, but now at this point they kind of look like little dicks. Whoa, hey, let's just make some new ones. Quick pause. I have two really solid reasons why you might want to sign up for my email list. The first is that I'm doing a monthly newsletter that you get for free. The sign up is free, you get the newsletter for free. And I am not writing it, which means it's going to be good and it's going to keep happening. Sarah Mulry is a collaborator who's helped me with some really critical projects over the past year. For example, she was there with me when I did the install of the tail vise on Adam Savage's bench. She's put out two great newsletters, and we're going to do this every month. The topics will be related to my business, but you'll see them from her perspective. She's pressing me to explain some critical things better. I think it's really good. I think you'll like it. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that a lot of the exclusive sales and new product announcements and that kind of stuff is not going to happen on videos anymore. I'm going to use the email list more for that kind of stuff. So if you want to sign up, there's a link at the bottom of the description to do that. One thing you will definitely see is this project, which also Sarah's a big part of this one. This is the most exciting thing I've ever done, and you will hear about it first if you're on that list. If you're someone who has signed up for that email list in the past and you're not seeing these emails, it's possible they're getting routed to the spam folder. They'll be coming from this email. So check whatever settings that you have to make sure that it's not getting auto relegated to the spam folder. That happens a lot, I get it. If you're happy with that happening, then don't fix anything. Anyway, back to the build. Okay, so here is the finished product. I was assigned a purpose with this build. This little guy houses 2 decks of Uno cards, so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. This project was a ton of fun. I had more fun with this than I thought I would. I had posted some intermediate pictures and got a comment that it's fun until you need to sand. That's actually what pushed me over the edge and caused me to just keep the kerf marks of the bandsaw. I think it's a really cool look, and your bandsaw skill and setup has to be really, really good to pull it off, not have kind of embarrassing burn marks and things that you'd want to sand off. Anyway, so I think it's kind of a fun flex. So, judge it how you want. Anyway, my original plan was to make and release this a good bit before the holiday. This was a build that I did last year and help promote the Blade Square and help the launch of it. But the Blade Squares sold out after just posting one video. So it didn't really make sense to do this posting until they were back in stock, which I'm happy to say that for now they are. So if you want to get the Blade Square and the optional storage that goes along with it, there's a link in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.